How are we all going today? Guys, I just wanted to make a video essentially about Auvoria Prime. Now, I've been with Auvoria Prime about 3 years, pretty much since they started. I was actively using their products, promoting their products, etc., for pretty much 2 years. And then I did step away from them for a while. I was still using some of the products myself sporadically. But I started doing a lot more manual trading myself. I did some crypto trading. A couple of reasons why I stepped away. One was, I just like manual trading myself and I wanted to do some crypto trading. The other was that the products we were using with the Auvoria Prime, and we're talking about expert advisors, EA, automated trading softwares. Although they worked, they were good, I don't believe, and I'm going to be talking about my opinion here most of the time, guys. Other people will have different opinions, but I don't believe they were softwares that could be used by somebody new to trading and be profitable long term. Okay, if you have some trading experiences and you could put some of your own discretionary tweaks to the software as you were using it, do a bit of manual monitoring and that, you could make them work and long term, I would say. But what I was looking for, and I was hoping that it was working, hoping that it was going to be, was that it would be something I could share so that a brand new person could come in off the street. We could, just with a little bit of help and a little bit of coaching, they could get set up, they could have it working, and they could really start to automate the passive income, through trading. That was the plan. And I, in my opinion, as I said, don't believe those products could quite do that. And then, after I'd stepped away for a while, I just want to touch Auvoria Prime as a company. They started like a lot of companies. They essentially started small. They did have some good people involved. Some of those people moved on. New people came in. So they've really evolved as a company. Some of the original people that started the company are no longer with the company, but which can destroy a company. If that happens, sometimes companies just fall apart. But there are enough good people left. They outsourced a lot of the work. They brought in some new good people for, managerial positions, technical positions, trading positions. So they've really built up their staff. So it's a much bigger, better, well-organized company than it was 3 years ago, without a doubt. And that's very, very noticeable to me coming back after a bit of a break. So that's good to see. The other thing, which is really what I want to talk about, and I'm mostly making this video for people that were involved in Auvoria Prime previously and may have stepped away myself. I know there were people that, were involved, they were doing well for a while, and then the software took a couple of big losses, so they also stepped away, same as I did. Now, one of the reasons that people had those results, some good results, and then a couple of bad months, which took all their profits away, if not more profits, was that the softwares we were using had what's called a martingale strategy to them, or at least a partial martingale strategy, which means it'll take out a larger and larger and larger trade, waiting for the market to turn. And when it does, the market doesn't have to retrace very far, and you can clear out all your drawdown and take some profit on top, which is all well and good in a ranging market. But as soon as the market starts to trend too far in one direction, you can get into more drawdown, more and more drawdown, and you'll either say, oh, that's enough, and you'll close all your trades and take a large loss, or some of the softwares have an equity protection feature, which, to allow those softwares to work properly, really needed to be on at least 30%. So if you hit that, you're going to take a 30% loss just like that. And some people would run equity protections, to about 100%, so that they're risking their entire account, and sometimes they did hit them. So that is the risk with a martingale strategy. And people with very little experience can use those softwares until you hit one of those weeks where the market's trending too far. And that's when you really do need some, trading knowledge to start to intervene, tweak the software, make some important decisions. And if you don't have that trading experience behind you, that's when you can get into a lot of trouble. So I pretty much came to the conclusion that those particular products we were using back then weren't really for the masses to be able to use long term and hang around and keep using them. So also one of the reasons that I stepped away from Auvoria Prime, because a lot of why I was there was because I was sharing products that I thought were going to help people. Now let's crash back to where we are now. There are a lot more products, not all that I have used, some that I have, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that I think are seriously different in my opinion. And as I said, I haven't used all of them though. And this is mostly talking about the Market Makers Trend Expert Advisor, which is a fully automated software. And when I say fully automated, maybe not exactly a compliant term, but for me, it is one of the easiest to set up softwares I've ever used. It is has the least amount of settings and is the most automated software I've ever come across. And throw on top of that, I've been making some phenomenal profits. And that's exactly why I'm excited about it. Exactly why I'm making this video and sharing it. So a quick little bit of history about the Market Makers Trend DA. Came about 6 months ago. It was developed by a guy that's phenomenal in the trading industry. Well, I don't know about the trading industry, but I've only known him since he joined the Auvoria Prime team, which was well before 6 months ago. But he developed an indicator called Arrow, which was great. Not something that a brand new person could make a fortune off just like that, but a great tool to help anyone trade, to help them trade manually, but also a great tool to help people learn to trade manually. But also, not everybody wants to learn to trade manually. And what I'm trying to get to here is finding a product that I can share that really is for the masses. I mean, everyone wants to make more money, especially if it's hands-free passive money. But learning to trade, not for everybody. Spending the time, sometimes people think they want to learn to manually trade, but when they realize how much time, effort, dedication, and practice it's going to take, they realize it's not quite for them. So that's why finding an EA like MMT, Market Maker Trend, is so good, because it allows anybody to get involved and get started. So like I was talking about before with the martingale strategy, there is 0 facets of martingale involved in Market Makers Trend. It really does trade like a manual trader does. It'll analyze the market, find the highs and the lows. It'll wait for the retracement and then start trading when it sees the reversal. Does it get it right every time? No, definitely not. No trading system or trader does. Let me just, even if you know all about Market Makers Trend or you've seen my post, don't jump off this video yet, because there are some other great products that Auvoria Prime has, not expert advisors. Other products will allow you to, to make profit hands-free with no experience. So just hang in there. I want to touch on them in a minute. I'm going to share my screen. And this is a trading account that I've been running for 7 weeks now. I started it 7 weeks ago with a $10,000 balance. So in 7 weeks, it's made 92% profit. Huge. Now, I don't want to go setting a precedent by showing you that. Yeah, get excited about it. I am. But that has been 7 winning weeks in a row. Not every week will be a winning week. Definitely not. I've used the software for about 6 months now. I used it on a demo account. I used it on some smaller accounts. had some good weeks. I had some bad weeks. I also used it on prop firm accounts for a while, which was fine. It was passing prop firm, still will pass prop firm account challenges and verifications. But unfortunately now there are so many people using this software that they don't, even though it will actually pass the challenge, they won't allow you to become a funded trader using it. FTMO, they call it their overexposure clause, simply too many people taking the same trades at the same time, goes against their rules. MFF, my Forex funds have been known to just call it copy trading because too many people taking the same trade at the same time. But same result, really, guys. There may be other prop firms. I don't want to make this video about prop firms, but there may be other prop firms that you can look into using it with and all of that. At the moment, I'm just using it on my own money. Just quickly to break it down on the results, it trades 3 different indices: US 30, NASDAQ, and DAX, which is the German 30 or German 40. And the total results over those 7 weeks, $1,600. So 16% profit's been made on DAX, 28%'s been made on US 30, and 47% profit has been made on NAS. Okay, so that's just a quick breakdown on how that's working. You most likely will have seen some MyFX book results kicking about if you want more details on those results. But just a little more history on how I've used it. As I said, I've been using it for about six months now. As I said, good weeks and bad weeks during that time. I did have one bad run, 2 or 3 losing weeks in a row, I think it was. I don't know if it was 2 or 3, but yeah, it was a bad run, you know. But averaged out over those, let's say, averaged out over my first 4 months, I was well and truly ahead. So 7 weeks ago, I decided to increase the risk setting. Up here, you can see the risk setting is 2% per trade. That is the maximum risk that you can set this software at. And so 7 weeks ago, I changed that risk setting. I started this trading account, and this is the results I've had. It's been phenomenal. Another good point, I think, is that Nate Williams, the guy that developed it, he loves his trading. You know, he's a mathematician, he's a coder, so you know he really knows his stuff when it comes to expert advisors. Every 3 months he re-optimizes the software. The base strategy and everything stays the same, but as far things like stop loss and take profit distances, where it locks in profit, where it closes out partial trades, all of those are fine-tuned every 3 months based off 6 months worth of extensive backtesting. So generally every 3 months, historically, you'll see the software start to perform a little bit better. This week, as I make this video, you can be watching it anytime, so it doesn't mean anything, is the first week of the most recent re-optimization. Halfway through the week, so far, nothing phenomenal, just slightly in profit, but that's trading. I'm going to touch on a few more. Like, let's have a look at the settings. When you set this software up, you've got to tell it which pair you're trading on. Okay, so this is a DAX, you know, so JER 40 is DAX. So you've got to tell it which pair it's trading. Simple. You've got to put in a spread setting. That will vary. There are some recommendations, but that will vary. So if anyone's looking at this and thinking that mine's extremely small, that's because I'm actually trading the mini version, and I am also using a different broker. This one's Pepperstone. Different brokers, different things, but if you think that looks wrong, that's just why. Other than that, you've got to put in the risk per trade, anywhere between 0.1 and 2%. And the rest here, you don't have to worry about. It's just for notifications and things. So that's it. There's essentially one setting that you got to change when you set it up, and that's it. So very easy, not complicated at all. You've just got to drag the software onto 3 pairs and do that. I wanted to show you, and this is all automatically calculated for you. It's got daily protectors. Daily protectors. So if you lose 6% here for the day, it's going to stop trading. If you make 10% for the day, it's going to stop trading. It's also got weekly protectors. You can lose up to, if you were to lose 12% for the week, it would stop trading for the whole week. Likewise, if you made 20%, it would stop trading for the whole week. And this is giving you a positive risk to reward ratio completely built into the software. So from day to day, a bad day is going to be, you're going to lose less than you're going to make on a good day. So it's giving you a positive risk to reward. So it sort of helps ensure that the money lost on a bad day is still less than you make on a good day. Anyway, that's enough about the software. That's a couple of the really good features that I like about it and what sets it apart from other softwares I've used. The fact that it's automated, the results I'm getting are phenomenal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, blah, 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 really. But other products that Auvoria Prime have, they've just fairly recently started up some PAM trading accounts. So PAM trading is, percentage allocated management, something or other. But it's fully managed trading account for you. The funds still go into not any broker of your choice. There are a select few brokers we could use, but it's still in your account with the broker. So your funds are safe. Of course, the manager could still, take poor trades and lose money for you. So they've had two different ones, which have been ticking along pretty good. But what's probably most exciting at the moment is that the third, and they call this their AP social trading, but they are PAM accounts. They've just started a third one up this week, and it is Nate Williams, the developer and master of the MMT software. He's going to be running the software on that account, but manually monitoring it. So at his discretion, he can either close the trades early if they look to be going the wrong way, or to either minimise losses or maximise profits. I know, and he's been giving us a good running commentary. I know he thought yesterday that the market wasn't suitable for the software, so he actually turned the software off and he placed a manual trade and he took some profit. So that only been going 3 days, but that could be very exciting because we have this extremely good software combined with a very good trader who happened to also have made that software. So it could be very, very exciting, guys. And to get involved in the PAM trading, the AP social trading, you need to have a broker account still, like you do with any trading, any real trading. And you need to have a subscription with Auvoria Prime as well. And you link your Auvoria Prime account to the broker account, and that allows the PAM manager access to your funds to do the trading with. So I like using the MMT software, but if you thought that might have been a bit beyond you, you weren't too sure about it, you wanted it completely out of your hands, you could still get involved in these PAM trading accounts and let Nate Williams and the MMT software do absolutely everything for you. That will cost you 20% of your profits, though. But I think that is most likely a very good deal. Anyway, so that's another really good facet to Auvoria Prime now, is those PAM trading accounts. They have Crypto Advantage as well, which is a fully automated crypto trading platform. It operates through you got to have an account with the cryptocurrency exchange Dart, and your money's always in there, and the software will do the trading for you through that. Profits aren't as large as what I've been talking about with the Forex trading with MMT, or nowhere near that large. And it's still nowhere near as large as the PAM trading accounts as well, but it has been extremely safe and extremely reliable. And I know there are a lot of people pretty excited about it. Possibly the majority of people excited about it are possibly in the US as well, because they do not have access to the AP Social PAM trading accounts, just because it goes against US regulations. But for the rest of the world, we're good to go. Guys, that's it. So, okay, this video, I'll put it out there in a few places, but in the comments, I am going to have I might put my referral link to Auvoria Prime in it, I guess, perhaps. But if you know somebody else that's already involved in Auvoria Prime, use their link. Don't just default and use mine. I'm happy to help anybody, even if you're referred by someone else. I'm also going to put a link to a Telegram chat group that I've got, because that's where we've got a lot of us group, my group people that I know personally, actively talking about the software, results, Auvoria Prime, PAM trading, all of this going on there. So even if you're not a member of Auvoria Prime, jump in this chat group and check it all out. If you want any more questions, you want to jump on a Zoom with me, have a better look through Auvoria Prime, how it's set up, what's it involved, the pricing structure, all of that, let me know and we'll go through that. Other than that, guys, I'm going to leave it to you. But yeah, if you've ever thought about getting into trading, and like I said, if you were involved in Auvoria Prime before, like I was, and stepped away like I did, I think you should definitely consider maybe coming back and checking it out, because what we've got going on now is, far and above anything that was going on previously. So better softwares, better run company, brand new stuff like PAM trading and crypto advantage, which, just give a whole new facet to, hands-free automated profit earning. That's the main things. That should be enough. All right, guys, I hope you like the sound of that. Any questions, as I said, sing out, and I will talk to you all again later. Have a good one. Actually, I was contemplating doing this video on my phone while I was walking up a picturesque river doing some fishing. But two things, I probably wouldn't have covered everything because I would have been too busy fishing. And it would have been nice to have that lovely scenery, but I didn't. I did it here, but I'm hanging up and going fishing now. Have a good day.